Kuno care? Kuno doesn't
The RCM in Martinez. What can I help you with? We don't see a lot of police around here, that's all. Of course. What can I help you with? Of course. Where to? Some shops and a bridge. The canal bridge leads to the coast, but it's broken, I think. Some kind of accident, probably. Just coast. There's a little fishing village there, and a fish market. But that got...
Rows of stalls under a broad roof, where silvery fish were heaped on newspapers. Water, water everywhere, pouring from the heavens in the shadow of the old church.
I don't know. The abandoned kind? It used to gather every spring, but there's nothing to do there now. Just drug addicts. What do you mean? Yes, sir. District of Martinez. This...
He knows where we are. He just wants directions.
Oh, that...
She's relieved someone has come for it, finally.
There's the pier, the Cape Side apartment buildings, some more tenements. Not the harbor gates. Some kind of commotion, I think. I don't follow the local politics. A fleet store too. It's just water. No, actually, I think they call it the Martinez Inlet. There are some...
In the west is the miracle.
No problem. Of course. I won't hold you back.
Her gloves. You get the feeling that you need them. You have a dead body to deal with after all.
Sure, keep them. I have another pair.
Before you stands a motor carriage. The bodywork is covered in blue and white livery, bearing the number 57. Vapor emanates from the large engine on the back of the vehicle. It hasn't had time to cool off yet. In the cabin, you are welcomed by a set of steering levers, a radio microphone on a hook, a pull-out toolbox under the seat, and the soft glow of the fuel preheater gauge.
This is the Kupris Kinema, my motor carriage. You can use the toolbox and the radio if you'd like.
Motor carriage, motor carriage. Something bad with a motor carriage. A dark lump rises in your throat.
The Kupris motorcar does provide most of our patrol vehicles, yes.
In the cabin, you see as the frequency tableau lights up and a green button labeled prime the soft purr of electrical kittens. Radio waves cast far and wide over the metropolis. A woman's voice greets you through the static.
This is Precinct 57. Hello, Lieutenant. How may I assist you?
Hello, Alice. Please assist our colleague from the 41st precinct here. I'm putting him on.
This is Officer Alice Demetri, Precinct 57. How may I assist you? Of course. What is the number, officer?
Yes, hold on. Her number is...
Received. Hold on, officer.
Lieutenant Kitsuragi slowly begins to tap a little rhythm with his right foot.
Officer, I have Sylvie Malaika on the line for you. Yes, hello? Oh, right. Hello, officer. What can I do for you?
You can hear resentment in her tone. She's not thrilled to be talking to you again. There is no resentment in her tone. She wants you to ask her out. No question about it.
No, not me. No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use...
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Yeah, go on. You mean, why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir. Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now. I do hope so. Please, don't call me again. Bye.
Yes, you have obviously done something to upset her at the Whirling in Rags when she was still working there.
I'm not mad, it's just... You were so drunk and so emotional all the time, and then the skua thing happened. It just made me want to quit. The stuffed bird, the great skua, you threw it against the wall while screaming, "Fuck that bird," and laughing like a maniac. I think you said it had been giving you shit ever since you got there. It was a pretty bird, there since I started working in whirling. I really liked her.
There's genuine sadness in her voice.
Yes, obviously. You were the worst client I've ever seen. And I have seen so many assholes in this place. I've had sailors fighting, union guys grabbing my ass, kids stealing booze. Once a guy was glued to the karaoke machine every night for 2 months. But you... Well, You were worse than all of them. Honestly, you were getting borderline aggressive. Even about little things like not turning down the volume at 3 a.m. I even liked one of those songs you kept listening to on repeat. No more. I hate it now. We Go On by the O.O. I can't listen to it anymore. You've turned it into a parody. To hell with that song. Then there was your room. Your project. An experiment to see how bad it can get in there. I tried to send the cleaner, but you wouldn't let me. Threatened to make me understand. I had no idea what you meant, and I don't want to know. And then screamed something about how you're a piece of shit human being, and why does anyone even let you work as a policeman? That you'd fire yourself, but you can't even do that. And then I had to deal with your toilet. The one you clogged with police documents, causing water damage downstairs in the kitchen. I won't even mention you waving your gun around, harassing customers, threatening to sing karaoke, threatening to kill yourself. The ones I had to wrench out of your toilet. Damn it, I don't remember what I did to your damn papers. I don't remember every little thing I do.
She's worried she might have accidentally done something bad. Then she remembers it's you.
Especially when there's a hurricane loose. It's your fault for losing them, not mine.
Something in you wants to immediately forget about this, as if there was a reason you threw them away.
No, you really weren't. You were simply the worst. God, I knew I shouldn't have brought it up. Just try not to call me again, and let's pretend it never happened. All sorts of things. From disco, rock too. Which one would that be? Sad? I think the one you mean is the smallest church in Saint-Saëns. Butchered that right up.
Interesting. You still have to find it, however. You hear a sigh of relief on the other end of the radio.
Anything else I can help you with, officer? Just a second, officer.
10-2, 10-5, this is...
A scrawny old man sits in a dusty cubicle, smoking, with a large white rectangle sewn on his vest. In front of him is a box-shaped apparatus with...
10-4, what's your status? Over. 10-18, 10-20, over. State your message, sir. Over.
But you said... never mind.
Ten-9, repeat message, over. 10-4, message received. This is very serious.
1022, the captain. This sounds bad. Bad and scary. Like being called to the...
Is it him? What does he want?
Says he lost his badge and needs to...
He what? He lost his badge?
Who lost his badge?
Dick fucking Mullen. Who do you think?
It's Officer Dick Mullen from the bestseller Dick Mullen and the Lost Identity.
Dick Mullen is not your name. It's the name of a fictional detective who would not lose his badge. Defend yourself. Immediately. They're laughing at you.
Ten-4, I hear you, officer. I'm just going to make a note here that you are in pursuit of your misplaced badge. Over.
Fuck me. Mac, come here. You've got to hear this. Super Cop here lost it.
His badge. He lost his goddamn fucking badge.
10-9, come again. I didn't get that. Over.
New heights even for...
Sergeant Orson wants to know if you lost your gun too. Over.
Check your pockets. Check your... Holy fuck. You don't know where it is, do you? No. It's gone.
Ten-9, coming officer. Did you get my question? We were wondering about your gun. Over.
Even before you can get the words out, everything gets scrambled.
He says he didn't lose his gun. Or his phone, whatever that.
Ask him to describe it. His gun. Not his fun. Just a gun.
Satellite Officer McLean requests a description.
The fuck do you need a gun for? Look at the pythons on your arms. You are a gun. The biggest one in the world. Oh, request a description, huh? We'll give him one. Describe the plasma gun.
Ten-9, come again, please. Over. I'm going to need to put you on speaker for a second. Over. The officer is describing his genitalia in exaggerated terms. Over.
Host in heaven. This isn't really a...
Mac can face a giant of Coco Noor by himself. But Disco here, I am...
I'm not going to. Sergeant Orson, he...
Now is a good time to say fuck and ass and so on. That'll make this all right.
That's a negative. Not good. He said...
Sure her vanilla waffles were the only thing he ate?
Sergeant Orson requests that you apologize for the claims you made about his mother. Over. Mac, he says you shouldn't have antagonized the firewalker in the...
Who?
Satellite Officer V. I'm afraid he might...
Fire, water? He's lost it. Fuck it. Tell him to find his goddamn...
Satellite Officer V. I'm going to report that you are in pursuit of your service. Officer, do you need further assistance? Over. 10-4, I hear you.
What does he want now?
He's asking for money.
Is he fucking...
I don't think he is.
Don't give that asshole anything.
Right. That's a negative on the additional funds. Over. He says he's in...
Well, I guess he'd better crack the case before sundown then.
Vicmar said...
Who cares what this Vic said? Pull on their... Enough, officer. This begging is below your dignity.
He says it's important.
He isn't getting a red cent.
Request denied.
Nothing is working.
Anything else, sir? Over. Okay.
Wait. Before you say anything stupid, think it through. You're going to be looking at a straitjacket if you tell everyone you lost your memory.
10-4, sir. I'm not hearing your question.
What? What is...
He wants to verify...
Tell him to stop wasting time.
What do you need, sir? Over. 10-9, repeat message. I didn't get that, sir. Over.
What? What is it?
He seems intoxicated and keeps us...
Mullen's drunk and emotionally aggressive.
Wrap it up. Don't indulge in his drunken antics.
That's a negative, sir. I got a 10-12 here. Over. 10-4.
Hold up, Jules. He doesn't fuck.
Seems like it, sir.
No, fuck him. Don't tell him.
Sorry, sir. Anything more I can do for you? Over. Understood, sir. Over. Roger that. 10.
18 kilometers to the south, in the 41st Precinct's relay booth, a small crowd has gathered around Communication Officer Jules Oldboy Pidier, around a dozen cops. The small room is filled with cigarette smoke, abuzz with laughter, when Officer Judith Minot enters. Her left arm is in bandages, and her hair trimmed short.
What is going on here? Did something happen?
What happened is my partner made contact. It's not good. He's lost his badge and his sidearm. He seemed confused, delirious even.
Mac, the torso Torson, is finger-fucking his fist, laughing hoarsely and apparently telling some dirty story to his partner, Chester.
Yeah, Mac's right. This was some gnarly shit there.
Enough! None of this is funny. It's fucking sad. That's what it is. He's a cop. He's one of us.
We must help him.
Yeah? How do you fucking plan to do that, huh? Get him off the drink? Go jogging with him in the morning?
I just know we can't give up on him when he's at his weakest. He wouldn't.
Mac, man the door. You know what he told me? I don't want to get better. I want to get worse. Those were his... This shit does not leave this room. Not a word.
I guess I can hold off the report for a few days.
Good. Okay, everybody. Nothing but a prank call here. We all got up.
Far north, on the other side of the motorway, the officer quietly hunches with his hand in the motor carriage. A metallic drawer slides out from under the seat.
Take what you need, officer. It's going to be a long...
He's clearly a little protective of his tools. But what can you do? Work is work. The pry bar feels nice and cold in your hand. Cold and heavy, like truth. Useful for opening all sorts of doors. The handles are long and sleek. Snap, snap, go the cutters in your hand. It's robust, weatherproof, lets you see things in the dark you would otherwise miss. The pull-out toolbox slides back into its nest. As you tap on the gauge, the indicator pin jerks as if startled. It's in the large orange sector.
There's no use pressing the heat button. It won't start without the ignition key.
Alternative translation. Don't even think you can drive. The white suede feels luxurious under the touch, and the metal clutch handle so very familiar.
Gander and a hunter and a gatherer, feel like a traveler from another planet. Hey there. It's the jam, my man. It's a traffic jam for the ages. Harbor gates of the street are shut tight, no explanation given. Meanwhile, we're all stuck here in long-haul limbo for days upon days upon days upon days. Feels near forever. Like I was born on this here roundabout and this was all I ever knew. Just me and the metal and the tires. The oil and the fumes of mazout. Yeah, imagine.
Behind the laugh, however,
So tell me, what do you need?
yup, nothing wrong with that statement. Your senses have nothing to add. You left.
Ah, yes, from the Wild Pines. We'll meet her soon enough, I'm sure.
What's better than chasing transient pleasures? The more transient, the better. When one's ended, you can get onto the next one. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Time to arrest him. There it is again, a little touch of sadness beneath his cool. He thinks he's spent too long in this lorry. The man taps his fingers rhythmically against his arm. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter. Maybe the full-on, direct approach wasn't correct. Damn, it's tricky business looking into someone's eyes and not doing it wrong. the counter rolled out of his open hand, you see a blister pack of headache medicine. The man does not mind. You probably need them more than he does. The door is closed. There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on. A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you. The door is closed.
What about me? No. What do you mean? I have no idea what you're talking about. What? Think?
That's where his conversation... You're super lucid, yet psychedelic. You don't need office supplies to connect to your nervous system. You're...
Good. Let's change the subject. What do you want to know? You mean like a brief? Do you want... 3 days ago, the RCM... During that time, the victim had been stripped of his belongings. The caller did not identify him, but used the word lynching. There is an ongoing labor dispute, a security guard or worker of some sort. They didn't identify themselves in it. There's a strong prejudice against involving the RCM in what's seen as union matters. The dock workers' union is the de facto, that's right. No, it's not a particularly mysterious case. The deceased is a security guard for a corporation involved in a labor dispute. It doesn't take a DeLorean polymath to put the pieces together. I just don't see the case get... There was some interest in this case at my station.
Cut this boring stuff off immediately. You know what this case is about.
Good point. Martinez is famed for its occult sex murder rites. We'll get on it immediately. No, not true.
He's basically challenging you to sex it up with some lurid twist. Don't get right into it.
Good.
What if you did it? Yes, you killed him. And then, maybe this is why your chest feels so hollow. You did an awful thing. Are you sure you would have the strength to take down a hardened mercenary? You're not in the best shape.
And what has led you to this conclusion? Well, we've yet to find any real evidence pointing to you in this case, or even a possible motive. So I find that highly unlikely. It's not unusual for detectives to feel complicit in a crime until the perpetrator is apprehended, especially when the investigation is dragging. So let's get... Excuse me? You have a distinctive way of walking. If I were to walk in front of you, we would surely collide. I hope you don't take this the wrong way. It's just a collegial observation. In the 57th, we call it the Jamrock Shuffle. Officers from Jamrock's 41st Precinct tend to move a bit erratically. They say it's a scene-clearing technique developed by one of your lieutenants for gathering evidence. It's erratic, yet thorough. Prioritizes containers. I don't know. Containers contain, I guess.
Passing along frivolous interdepartmental stereotypes is not usually his oeuvre. Kim also tries not to look at the pile of taped viscera on the carpet, or the weird suitcase on the hat rack, or the potted plant dying in the corner. But it's all just too morbid to ignore.
And by that you mean crimes against humanity? I have no idea what that means.
The bed is cold and not particularly inviting, but it's yours. The sheets look all... A mirror hangs on the bathroom wall. In it, your face, adorned with the expression.
Can I help you? What thing? Yes, not the whole damn union, thank God. Just the nastiest and loudest faction. They come here in the evenings. Dumb, unruly types. Think they're big shit. But they're good customers.
He hates the union, but grudgingly recognizes its power over him. So he's directing his frustration at you instead. Retaliate.
I don't. I'm simply providing a service, or really facilitating the offering of services to paying customers, and it doesn't matter. I don't have...
We should find out who this Lord faction is, occupying the booth. Loudness means talkative, and we need info. We don't. We have to wait. They'll show up sooner or later. Men get hungry, even striking men. If not today, then they'll be here tomorrow.
What are you, a cook now? That's none of your business. He wasn't pan-fried, he was lynched. What could the kitchen... Fine, okay, the kitchen is closed until 1 p.m. because the cook is working. You can snoop around after that, if you must. What?
By the way, you should come back to this thing-based questionnaire if you see anything interesting in the whirling later.
Yes, have you got it? Like what? I was rarely enjoying talking about the money you owe me. Absolutely.
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Do I have a shaker in my hand?
He sounds irritated.
Am I wearing a little bow tie? Am I smiling? Do you see me smiling and shaking my little shaker? No. Do you know why? Because I'm not a bartender. I'm a cafeteria manager. Is there anything else you wanted? Even more reason for me not to serve you, sir. Was there...
Hello again, sweetie. I see you've met up.
The lieutenant not wait. Who's Sweetie?
You're a handsome man, officer, with your mustache and your chiseled jaw and that's... But dear, you're not for me.
In another time and place, she might have flirted back.
You must forgive me. I'm getting so scattered. I'm Lena. My husband Morel and I are staying with our friend Gary just down the street, but I come here for tea when they're away.
This Lena is wacky enough for the motley crew. Hire her on the spot.
Yes, officer. You look rather dazed. Like a stunned fox. But surely things can't be that bad.
She won't judge you, no matter what you say.
Oh my. You know where we are, right? That's right. And where is the Whirling in Rags cafeteria itself located? Yes, indeed. We are in the fine city of Revachol. How would I even begin to tell you? Revachol is the most beautiful... I haven't seen very many other cities personally, but everyone says so. Speaking of history, you know what year it is, yes? That's right, dear. How splendid. Here, take this pen. Knowledge should always be rewarded.
Her relief is palpable. She was getting pretty.
I can tell that this is taxing for you, so I'll just ask one more question. What regime are we living under? What mode of government? Nope. Sadly not. Revachol is what's called a zone of control, under an alliance of foreign powers called the Oh dear. And you were doing so well. There aren't any cops in Revachol, not in the traditional sense. The status of law enforcement has been a complicated matter since the revolution. But we should stop for today, sweetie. You look like you need a...
She's scared now. She's realized you really are brain damaged.
You were doing quite well up until the end there. It does look like you're having trouble remembering.
A sigh. The lieutenant buries his...
But maybe a fresh set of eyes is what the world needs. And while I'm no doctor, such bouts of amnesia...
She means this sincerely. Worrying won't do you any good.
Someone more educated in sweeping matters.
No. I'm not an encyclopedia.
Of course. Then I don't know. Someone rich, maybe? Wealthy people are educated. Though I don't know where you would find a wealthy person in Martinez. Whatever do you mean? Sequence killers? Oh my.
A partner who needs you to help him get a corpse down from a tree.
Yes, and it seems to me that you do well to stick close to him. And even if he weren't there, I don't think you'd have much use for me. Thank you, but Martinez isn't the most wheelchair-accessible place. Perhaps another time. Of course, dear. Good luck with your...
This trash container is locked. There's something in there, not necessarily connected to the case, but still. This trash container is locked. The sliding lid has a padlock that says, "Whirling in rags." An old call box with a matrix of push buttons lists all the companies in the East Delta Commerce Center. This button looks new, but someone has removed...
This button looks new. It's probably not connected yet.
Hello, sir. Step right in. The store is open. Are you interested in a new and exciting book? Okay, sir. I'll try to answer any questions you have. I hope they're about books.
My name is Annette, sir. My mum, her name is Plaisance. She owns the store. She's inside. Feel free to step in and browse our wares. I'm signalling that the store is open. Otherwise, people might not know. They'd miss out on the crime, romance, and biographies of famous people.
A sudden gush of wind turns the pages of the books on the counters. She covers her face, smiling, but she's cold.
Kind of you to offer, sir.
What could you do to help her anyway?
Thank you, sir. I'm happy to help Mum out with the store.
The worn and beaten wooden planks of the bench.
We can sit on benches after we've solved the mystery.
Welcome to Rivachol.
Don't you welcome to Revachol me. My grandfather came here from a 3,000-year-old racist isolationist culture, while your ancestors came to this island a mere 300 years ago. Every school of thought and government has failed in the city, but I love it nonetheless. It belongs to me as much as it belongs to you. It's men like you who keep Revachol divided, making it that much harder for everyone to climb out of this post-war limbo.
Oh, come on, man. I just said welcome to Revachol. It's a lorry driver thing.
I know exactly what you meant. You think But you see, I'm an officer of the RCN. It's actually...
Silence. Your partner needs backup. Now's your moment to shine.
I haven't learned anything I didn't know before.
The lieutenant exhales. You sense slight embarrassment for the outburst. Or is it pride?
Whatever you say, officers. No.
He's got a smoke right there, in his fucking hand. Snatch that shit out of his fat fingers. You need it up.
Can't have it. That's too bad. It's all done for. I bet. Sorry I couldn't be of any help. It's about biological determinism, natural law, the sorting of the races. Not the most popular topic nowadays, with a correlation in...
Change the topic. The way he says it makes it almost sound like a threat.
I'm not just racist. Look, I've read books, huh? The science of racial theory has all been proved, even if some people don't want to accept it. People who've studied these things say that you and me are superior by design, so naturally, we Occidentals should be in charge. Obviously, you can see the merits in that. Oh? Don't push your luck, runt.
The tear machine stands in the corner. A sign says, 1 bottle equals 10.
Oh, that's the tear machine. It's a machine for tear. You know, you find tear outside, like bottles or whatever, and put it in the machine, then it gives you money. You need a bag, I guess. We used to have some, but we gave them all out, so feel free to use it if you find a bag, though. I'm sure there are some.
You see several packaged raincoats fill a low shelf beneath a display of croissants and juice bottles. The raincoats are transparent, except for the big Fritta slogan on the back.
What is what? If you want to buy one, then it's only 4 real. Welcome to Frit. Feel free to look around or something. Everything is out on the shelves.
What's that magazine she's reading?
You mean this? This is Pop Stars. It's got, like, fame.
Looks like it also has something called Police de la Mode, featured on page 34. This speaks to you.
It's where they rate different outfits famous people wear. It's kind of funny. They're kind of mean. It's about who's the most stylish. No,
We are not the fashion police. We're the real police.
I don't know. Frit? A 7 to 11 grocery store. I think they think that the extra T makes it funkier. It doesn't. Okay. I'm not really supposed to be chatting to anyone. I don't really know anything. I mean, I know it's there, but I haven't seen it, so... Not really. No. I didn't know him at all. I don't know, really... long?
No need to worry. It's just standard procedure for us to ask around.
Okay. Uh-huh. Reality? You mean, what reality? Economic reality, or... I don't really know anything. I mean, I'm 15. I don't know. What about it? Our government? Or do you mean something else? When ordinary people take over the government and, demands democracy? Yeah, it happened like 50 years ago or so. Sorry, I'm not very good at this. At history, I mean. Cool.
A small cabinet on the wall is filled with various medicine bottles, nasal sprays.
Just ask me if you need anything from St. Baptiste. We don't stock prescription meds, but we do have Nosafed, Duramine, magnesium, and Hypnogamma. I don't know. I don't really know what Hypnogamma is. I guess it makes you feel less shit. It's recommended to use after lots of partying, studying, or exercising. Uh-huh.
A colourful display of cigarettes and alcohol bottles lie there, in that dark green glass, all in vain. The great flowing river of warmth, wine, alcohol, beer, alcohol, love.
I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health. But, I guess...
Don't ask, don't look, don't do. Know this, you will never finish your alcohol quest if you don't buy beautiful alcohol.
Yes?
It must be his name. Garancy. Garancy, Quebec. Sounds representative. A heavy steel door with a prominent dimpled lock. You immediately feel drawn to the color. Blue is for mystery. The cobalt blue surface feels rough to touch. The door does not budge.
You do? It's a door in the back of the kitchen. Why do you care where it leads? Eccentric. But okay, I suppose we could look.
He's not bothered by your eccentricity. He seems genuinely intrigued himself.
If you say so. Gart is the person to ask about this. The cafeteria manager.
Can I help you? Another thing. Great. Oh yes, that door, sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door. No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering about it for 10 years. It's just a frit warehouse, probably. Or some boring storage space with a bunch of old junk and dust.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
Fine, okay, a little. But so, I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that. Yes?